Shaq is one of the most iconic basketball players of the century, which is most likely thanks to his stature, both physically and figuratively. But Shaq is also known for being a guy who takes disrespect very seriously. In this video, we'll be talking about the 6 times that Shaq has disrespected fellow NBA players. Before we dive in deeper, take a second to hit that like button if you're a fan of Shaquille O'Neal, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on future uploads. Number 6. James Harden. Harden is already known to be a player who frequently shows off his disrespect, so it isn't entirely surprising that he got himself into one of Shaq's prey. He's known for having a lot of incidents regarding disrespect, even when he is off the court. Shaq started off by saying that Harden wasn't able to do much for either the Oklahoma Thunder and the Houston Rockets, which seems debatable. However, Shaq still continues with his onslaught by saying that Harden needed all the help he could get from both teams, just to become a fraction of what he is now. Shaq continues this by saying that Harden was never able to push either team to win any championships or titles. Shaq also believes that if Harden isn't able to get his current team, the Brooklyn Nets, any titles while his contract remains, then maybe Harden never really had it in him in the first place. Number 5. Damian Lillard. One of the funnier occurrences in this entire list, we have Damian Lillard facing off against Shaquille O'Neal. Well, at first, they started with the usual exchange of foul words. However, it ended up in them creating diss tracks against each other. I mean, who would have thought that rapper/basketball player Damian Lillard would be rapping against the legend himself, Shaquille? This all started when Damian made an appearance on the Joe Budden podcast, where he was then talking about his basketball career. It was here that he was asked by the guys at the Joe Budden podcast whether Damian was better than Shaq, to which Damian confidently replies, quote, "I think I'm better than Shaq," end quote. When Shaq heard Damian talking smack about him, he planned on retaliating, but instead of going on Twitter like he usually does, he actually ended up writing his entire diss track dedicated entirely to Damian Lillard himself. It didn't really hesitate any further, however, since they both admitted that it was all in good fun in the end. Number 4. Scottie Pippen. Shaq isn't afraid of disrespecting anybody. Well, maybe except his mom. But when Scottie Pippen threw a shot against Shaq, we already knew that was going to happen. This entire feud began when Shaq posted a photo of the best Chicago Bulls player and the LA Lakers player, to which it was captioned, quote, "We would beat them by 50. What do you think? Let me know and don't hold back," end quote. When Scottie Pippen became aware of this post, he quickly responded by posting a photo of himself standing alongside Michael Jordan. It was captioned, quote, "Sorry Shaq, but I don't get caught up in hypotheticals. All I know is we won 6 titles, twice the amount you claimed while in LA," end quote. You could bet that Shaq wasn't happy at all when he saw this, since Shaq rebutted by posting the same image that Scottie Pippen posted, but with Michael Jordan's face edited into Pippen's face. Shaq captioned it starting with an apology, but not the apology you would have expected. It goes along the lines of, quote, "Sorry Scottie Pippen, I don't believe in hypotheticals either, but I seen most of those finals you did, okay? But this guy did most of the work. Hashtag you wreck. Steve Kerr and Ron Harper deserves more credit than you. Remember, I was Batman, you was Robin. I was Puffy, you was Mace," end quote. To which Scottie Pippen had to quiet down afterwards. Yikes! Number 3. Dwight Howard. This feud has been going on for over a decade now. It all started when Shaq felt like Dwight Howard was trying to muck all over his legacy. Howard was first drafted in the Orlando Magic, and then finally into the LA Lakers. See where we're headed with this? And not only was Howard following exactly in what Shaq did, but Shaq also believes that the Superman gig was something he copied from Shaq when he was still in his earlier days in the NBA. You could easily find photos of Shaq wearing Superman-related garb anywhere on the internet these days. Shaq bounced back by simply ignoring any mention of Dwight Howard's achievements. Pretty, yet effective. Number 2. Eternal beef with Charles Barkley. Both Shaq and Barkley are known to have disrespected each other throughout their careers. However, all this fighting only started in 1999, when Shaq started wailing down on Charles while in the middle of an official NBA game. That was when they were still playing against each other. Now, on the other hand, you could find both of them sitting down at the same table in the same TV show, inside the NBA. They both seem to have moved on from their brawl. However, they still end up disagreeing a lot on the show. Shaq took it personally when Barkley disagreed that LeBron needed any more help in the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is where Shaq openly talks to Barkley as to how Barkley was able to win titles thanks to his other 4 teammates. Shaq says to Barkley, and I quote, He ain't got to repair nothing. He gotta stop babying his players. He got babied. That's why you ain't win." End quote. Definitely a response of a lifetime, since Barkley was having trouble responding after that one. Number 1. JaVale McGee. One of the more recent ones, as we all know, Shaq is the star of the show Shaq'd in a Fool, a show where he's paid to make a fool of people in the NBA for making the dumbest mistakes. Despite being seemingly harmless, this incident ended up with having Shaq's mom in the middle of all of it. JaVale McGee is known for being quite a frequenter in Shaq's show, since he basically made so many simple mistakes throughout his career. However, this is where it all started, because even when McGee was able to finally make a name for himself, Shaq still made fun of him when they found out about McGee's most recent flunk in the season. JaVale retaliated, but Shaq was so prominent in everything he did, even his mother had to stop him since he was going overboard with the disrespect. And that's about it for today. Want to learn more basketball and other sports-related news? Then keep your eyes peeled for the next time we upload a video. So what are your thoughts on these incidents? Do you think Shaq was well in his right to disrespect any of these players? Or do you think he definitely went overboard with it? Sound off in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on future uploads. Until next time.